So, good morning and welcome back to Daily Transfer Update. Today we're going to speak about a few players linked to moves in and out of Arsenal. Firstly, stick a like on the video. That would be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. Also, thanks for all the love on my gaming channel. If you haven't seen that, I am playing FIFA on that every day. Keep your eyes peeled for that later on today. I'll be streaming on there. Go and subscribe to that. The link is in the description. And thanks to over 200 new subscribers on that in the last couple of days. So that's going pretty well right now. So yeah, thanks very much. But I want to talk about, firstly, the player that we've been linked to, which seems like an absolute eternity. And I just find it kind of funny that, you know, every single transfer window, this guy's name comes up. Ryan Fraser. Now listen, there's reasons why it comes up, and that's because he's on a free signing. Now, reportedly, Liverpool were close to doing the deal for him in January. Apparently, he'd already been shown round, met Klopp, the ins and outs, and all of that. And apparently, he was very close to doing the deal. It didn't go through in the end. Now they're looking at another player instead of him now. Harry Wilson. They're looking at instead of Ryan Fraser. Shaqiri's obviously out of contract as well, I think, or coming towards the end, either way. But Ryan Fraser, I've said this 1,001 times, for a free signing that's going to cost about 60 to 100 grand a week in terms of wage figure, I think he's ideal. He's something that we need in terms of a natural left-sided winger. And in the grand scheme of things, I think it'd be an absolute bargain. Not only that, what you've got to look at as well is the fact that you could get him in, and if it doesn't work, you could sell him a year later. So let's say you get him in, he's 26 years old, so he's still got plenty of time left. You know, he's ripped it up for Bournemouth. Although saying that, this season he's not been great. He's only got 1 goal and 4 assists this season. But last season, only Eden Hazard had more assists than him. And I think that with him, you could get him in, and Juve do it all the time. You get him in, you sign him up to a 4-year deal. If it doesn't work out or you're not happy with how it's going, you can go, cool, we're going to sell you to West Ham, mate, and we're going to sell you for £25 million. You've made all of your money back for his wages just like that. It's a no-brainer, absolute no-brainer. And I've said this so many times before, that when you look at what Juventus do, they do this time and time again. They go and get a free signing that's still kind of youngish, mid to late 20s perhaps, sign them up on a few-year deal, a 3 to 5 year deal, and then a year down the line, boom, they're gone. Emre Can is another example of that. Aaron Ramsey is going to be another example of that. Aaron Ramsey will end up leaving Juventus in the summer. I'm adamant of that. And I think that Arsenal should start doing this as well, because it's a very good money spinner. It's something that all the clubs should start doing, because there's a lot more players running their contracts down now, and there's a lot more players that are going to leave on frees. They obviously get the big signing on fee, they get the big wage packet compared to what they're on. If they went for a transfer fee, their agent eats well out of it as well. He gets a nice little boost, and everyone's a winner. And I think that with this particular signing, I think he'd bring something different to Arsenal that we haven't got. He's a naturally left-sided player that can play with his left foot on the left side. So for me, it's a no-brainer. Go and get it done. Free signing, 60 to 100 grand a week, and say, bish, bash, bosh, thank you very much. Now, let's move on to the next player, and that is Willian. It feels like I talk about this guy constantly. But Willian has got a whole host of clubs lining up for his services, but he wants to stay in London, as we know. And that leaves a few clubs, really, doesn't it? It leaves his former boss Jose Mourinho down at Tottenham, or it leaves Arsenal, because he ain't going to go to West Ham, and he ain't going to go to Palace. So they're the only 2 clubs he could potentially go to. Now, Willian is 30 years old. Again, potentially sign him up. He will be on a lot more money, but you could potentially sign him up and then sell him on in a year's time and get all of that money plus a little bit more back. I don't know. Listen, I'd take Willian. I think that he'd be ideal in terms of experience, in terms of a backup option to Pepe. When we look at Reece Nelson, I don't think Reece Nelson's really kicked on how I thought he would, or how a lot of people thought he would. When he went to Germany, he didn't really set it alight. He started off really well, didn't he? And scored with his first 5 shots or something stupid. Then he got into disciplinaries with the club. They told him off, banned him, suspended him, whatever they did, benched him, put him out the team because he turned up late to training. He then come back to Arsenal, and again, he hasn't really kicked on that next level. And if Pepe doesn't play, I don't put my faith in Reece Nelson. So we need somebody else on that side, just as a little backup option. I think maybe it could be him. I don't know. There are other alternatives out there, obviously, but for somebody that's local, he knows the league. He's won the league. He's won other trophies in the Premier League in terms of FA Cups. He's won Europa League. I don't know if he's won the League Cup. I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments. I don't think he has. But I think he'd be a decent signing, although he will be on a lot more money. But again, leave that in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on that. I want to talk about somebody I did my live stream on last night. This little rat. I cannot stand him. Well, since I did that live stream last night, there's a report going around that suggests he wants to stay at Man United. Now, Arsenal, if you want to go and check out my thoughts completely on it, because I'm not going to waffle on too much because I've already spoke about him. But there was a report going around saying Arsenal would be open to taking Jesse Lingard from Man United. Now, he's on about 120 grand a week. He's got no goals or assists this season. For me, he's nicking a living. How the hell he is still a Man United player is beyond me. The guy's not even League One level, let alone Man United level. But apparently he wants to stay at United, which, listen, why wouldn't he want to stay at United? He's getting a nice slice of the pie out of the Old Trafford income. Mino Raiola is his agent. We know that guy is notoriously hard work. Paul Pogba is the agent to him. Mkhitaryan, who obviously came to Arsenal in exchange for Alexis Sanchez, he's his agent as well. But 120 grand a week he's getting paid. How has anyone pulled that deal off? How have Man United accepted that deal? For me, no way in a million years do I want this geezer anywhere near this football club. He's better at dancing than he is at playing football. I was there when he moonwalked in front of me at the Emirates, not happy. Literally 10 foot in front of me, man's moonwalking, winding everyone up. And I said this on my stream last night, that he's the type of player that would come as well. Even though this report suggesting that he wants to stay and blah, 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 he is the kind of player that would thrive off of being hated by his own fans. Yeah, so I don't know. Listen, I don't want that rat anywhere near Arsenal. I cannot stand the geezer. Stick to dancing, mate. Go and Strictly Come Dancing or something, because you are not a professional footballer. But anyway, listen, leave all of it in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on Rat Boy. Let me know your thoughts on Willian, Ryan Fraser. Leave it all down below. Listen, I will be back at 10:30. I'll be doing the Premier League transfer update. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I will be streaming FIFA live again between 12 and 12:30. So keep your eyes peeled for that as well. And I'll be switching between the two channels. Don't forget to subscribe to the Gunner Gaming channel, because I'm going to be doing a lot more stuff on that. And then obviously when I get back to Spain, whenever that may be, I'm going to get my Wi-Fi sorted out properly, because I've got some dead Wi-Fi. It probably won't even stream anything. And yeah, I'll be getting on other games, not just FIFA as well. So play a bit of Call of Duty, and some other games as well along the way. So keep your eyes peeled for all of that. Hit up the links in the description and go and check them out. And all have a wonderful Monday. And I'm out of here. Laters, peeps.